Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to host your web application on AWS Amplify. I will walk you through the steps to create a new Amplify app connected to your code repository. In this video we are going to use GitHub integration and we will deploy web application to the cloud. We will cover everything from setting up a new Amplify app and configuring the app for the deployment and deploying it to the cloud. So let's get this started. So by the end of the video, we will have a React application hosted on Amplify services. This will be the domain name which we will be getting by the Amplify service. And in this video, I'm going to use a to-do application created in React, but you can use your own application for the deployment purpose. So let's get this started. So this is my React application created in a Visual Studio Code. This is how it looks like. I will simply run and show you how this works. So we'll do npm start. I will show you how this looks like on the local machine and then we will start with our deployment part. So as you can see, it is loaded up on localhost 3000 and we can add anything. Okay, we can input our list and it will be added. We can also use it with this checkbox. So this is our application and now we want to deploy it on Amplify. So the first step is to deploy, or you can say push your code to a repository. So we are using GitHub as our repository. So what I will do is I will simply sign in and I will sign into my account where I want my code to be deployed. And now I will create a new repository and it shows me the steps to upload my code to the GitHub. So either you can follow this or just follow what I am doing. It's almost same. I will first initialize a Git repository here and then I will add, okay, my bad, I will add all the files. Now I will commit with a message first commit. So it is committed. Now if I check my status, okay, no, nothing to commit, everything has been committed. Now we will just push it. So before pushing it, we will just add this as a origin and then we'll push it to our master branch. So now if I refresh my GitHub repository page, I should get it over here. So as you can see, I have my app over here. Now we will use this application or repository to create our Amplify app. So the next step is to, so this is our AWS console page and now we are going to search here AWS Amplify. This is the service which we are going to use. Click on it and you will get to a home page. This is the home page and Amplify is basically used to host your application. So these are the applications which are supported and there are a lot more of them. Okay, you can just check the documentation of the Amplify part and you can just see what are the things supported by Amplify. So your basic application like React, Vue.js, JavaScript, okay, Next.js, all these applications are supported on Amplify. So just click on Amplify hosting with get started. Now where is your code hosted? For this video we have hosted on GitHub. If you have any other provider you can use that. Then it will take me to sign into my AWS account. Now I have already logged into my AWS account, that's why it's directly asking me to install AWS Amplify. But for you, if you haven't logged in, you will first log into your AWS account, then you will get this page. For now I have some two other organizations, that's why I'm getting this, but by default it will be selected by your account. So here I will select my account, and it is asking to install and authorize this AWS Amplify app to your GitHub account. Either you select only selected repository, but I will select all repository so that I can use it again if you want to host another application. I don't have to install for each. So I will install and authorize, and this will take me back to the console again. Okay, GitHub authorization was successful. Here I will select my repository. As you can see, I have a lot of repository on my GitHub account. I will select this one. This was my repository, and I will select the master branch. If you have some other branches, or if you want to use some other branch, you can use that as well. And I will click on next. So this is the most important part of your application, which is a build setting part. First of all, we will give an app name. I will give a to do React app. Okay. Now, what is the build setting? So when you create an application now, as you know, or if you don't know, the Amplify uh, is actually using an automation process, right? You don't have to deploy it from scratch. In the last video, I have already shown how to deploy your React application from scratch by installing all the dependencies, by configuring your EC2 instance, and setting up your elastic IPs and security groups, all that stuff. But this service will do it automatically for you. So you have to provide some build settings to the Amplify. You just have to tell how to run this application automatically. So this file will run there. It is a YAML file. So it is different for every project. Now I'll simply explain you what you have to do and what I am doing for this project. Okay. This is the pre-built part. Uh, if you know how the React works, you have to install the dependencies, right? First of all, you will install all the different dependencies. So before building the application, we will install all the dependencies here. So this is the command which we are going to use. Now in this video, I don't want to use yarn. I will use npm. Okay. Or you can just keep it as it is, but I will use npm. You can use the yarn as well. There is no issue with that. Okay, here also I will use run build. So in React, to create a build file, you have to run this command in your actual local machine to create a build file, but this will do it automatically. Okay, and this is the artifact part where it will store where the base directory is, so that Amplify can find the HTML file and it will render it to your website, to your domain. So here I will provide it is slash, but when we create a build in React, it creates a folder. Okay, it creates a folder with the name build. So I will also tell Amplify that there will be a folder called build, and you have to use that to render the application. Okay, it is also written here, please verify your build output directory. So we have given the directory part, and we'll save it. Okay, don't change anything. If you want to keep yarn, you can keep it as it is. Just change this if you are having a React application, and if you have any other application, make sure to add the build setting in that way. We'll click on advanced setting. Then we have an build image. We don't want to use it. Now this is environment variables. So if you have any environment variables or secret key something, you can add it. For let's say if you have a MongoDB URI, or you are using a MongoDB in your application, you can add a MongoDB URI as a key, and the value will be your whatever secret key you have. Okay, this is the way you can add the environment variables from your. Now we'll create next. We don't have anything else. This is the review page. So you can see if you or whatever you have done the changes in the framework. If you have any other framework, it should show for React for you, or Next.js, or whatever framework you are working on. But no worries, we will just click on save and deploy, and now it will start the deployment process for us. All right, so it has started the deployment process. This is the provision, build, and deploy. There are three phases. So for we can check the how it is working. We'll click on provision, and we can see it has created some provision files. This is actually the image file. You can read, we are provisioning a build environment with a Docker image on a host of 4 CPUs and 7 GB memory. Okay, so it is done. You can see the green mark. Then it will go to the build. Now it is cloning the repository. Whatever steps we do locally, it is doing automatically on this service. So let's speed up the process and I'll see you at the final page. All right. So cloning repository has been done. You can see some this warning signs. Don't worry about that. There are some warnings in my project. That's why it's showing up. This is the warning once it is process.env secrets not available. So we don't have any environment variable. That's why it is showing me this error. But if you get any error in red color, then you have to solve that error and then you can proceed with the installation part again. Now the backend has been is getting deployed, but we don't have a backend. So it will just say we don't have a backend. See, no backend environment. Now this is the front end part. Now it will install all the dependencies which we do it by npm install and all that stuff. So we have already provided the command and now you can see it will install everything for you. Okay, this is our home page of our application of our to-do React app. This is the interface. You can see everything has been succeeded, and if you have any error, you can click on it and check your errors and you can fix it. So now to check your application, what we can do is we can create here on this link. Okay, this is the link provided by Amplify. And as soon as we click it, we are able to access our application. The application which we opened locally, it is the same application as you can see. We can also add anything you want. Okay, and it is working correctly as we wanted, and this will work same for you. So as you can see how easy it was to host your application, and in the last video I have showed you a different way. That was a way to host application from scratch, and if you haven't watched that video, make sure to go and watch. I will also add the video in the I button on the top right corner. Now one thing I want to show you how it is automatically going to update the application. So I'll go to my local repository and I will update my application. So I will just go somewhere like, let's say this is a to do. As you can see, our application has this by default. When I load my application for the first time, I will have learn JavaScript. I will just change it to learn or new video, and now I'll push my code. Okay, so as soon as I push the code has been pushed to GitHub. Now we'll just see the Amplify app. It will automatically will start updating our application. So here you can see it has started from green, it has become again the blue, and the last commit has been changed to changing to-do list. So this will update our application. This will again go with the provisioning part, then the build part, then the test. We don't have a test part, so it will go directly to deploy part. So let's wait for it to deploy. As you can see, we have successfully deployed our application once again. We have added the changes, and again if I click on this link, I should see the changes. As you can see, we can see the changes, new video, as we had changed it here, the code. So this was the updation part from the GitHub. As you can see that we don't have to change any code or anything from AWS. We just have to update our GitHub repository and it will automatically change the things here. So this was an automation way of deploying our application. I hope you found this video valuable, and make sure to like it and subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.